I welcome you all to the fourth session of CodeCrunchers. So today, first we'll be revising all what we did yesterday. We'll be doing a few more programs and then I'll be teaching you how to input values into a variable. Yesterday we did how to store the values in variables. Today we'll be doing how to input the values in the variables. But before that, we'll just revise a program. I'll give you 2-3 questions and then we'll proceed. So I'll be sharing my screen. Just wait. Okay. So yesterday we did these 5 programs. I'll just give a quick recap of one of these programs. Yeah, it prints 5 twice. Okay. So the first line was of the structure, class, the name of the first we wrote class, the keyboard, then the name of the class. Then we opened the bracket for class, which we have closed at the end, is to specify that the whole program is encapsulated within this class. Then we have written public static void main the statement. Then we have opened another bracket. We have closed it at the end of the code because within the public static void main comes the whole code. Then we've taken a variable ice. The data type for that is int to specify that the value to be stored in ice is to be a whole number. We have stored 5 in it. And then we have wrote the print statement twice for it to get printed the value of ice, that is 5 to get printed twice. Okay, we get first we use the keyword class, the name of the class, then we open the bracket, we close that bracket at the end to specify that the whole program is encapsulated within this class. Then we wrote public static void main, we opened its bracket, we closed it at the end of the code, and we took a variable ice and we used the data type int to specify that the type of data to be stored in ice is going to be a whole number, and then we use the print statement twice to print the value of ice twice. Hope this program is clear. Okay. So now I'll be giving a few questions, and for this question you have to keep in mind the different types of data types we did. So the question is, so write a program to store a character, it can be any alphabet, and print it twice. I'm giving you a maximum of 3 to 4 minutes for this program. In this program, I'll explain the question. You have to store a character. So you can use any alphabet as a character. You have to store it in a variable using the appropriate data type and in the appropriate way, and then you have to print it twice. While explaining data types, I told you there was a type of data type which was used to store characters. 2 more minutes. Okay, so it's 45. Has any of you completed the program? Because in this program you have to store any alphabet as a character and you have to print it twice. Okay, so here's one candidate. Any other candidate who has also completed this program? He or she may raise his hand. Okay. So the candidate who has submitted the program is requested to type it in the chat box. Okay. So one of the candidates has linked the program in the chat box. I request the other candidate to just dictate what he is doing. I'll be typing it over here because he raised his hand. And then we'll discuss.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
A very good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
So, the program I have made, I have named my class Giraffe, and then open the class column, and then I wrote public static void main. Then I opened the programming column, and then I used the data type char, char, and then I named my variable A, and I choose the alphabet C.
Can you inform like how did you store the value of C in the variable A? Okay, you can either type that whole statement in the chat box.
In the public chat.
Yes, you see, we will be getting 2 programs, and what I'll be doing, because one was sent by Brother Musib and one was sent by Brother Kamar. We'll be running both of these programs in BlueJ and we'll see which one of them runs correctly, okay? Because there are some slight errors, so I'll explain it to them. So this is one of the okay. So we'll take these both of these programs and we'll try to run them. We'll see which one of them runs. Okay. So we have got these two programs. We'll be running them. So first we'll run class Swiss. Just now we have got two programs. Now first we'll try to run the first. Okay. So the name of that class was Swiss. I'll try to run it and we'll analyze the mistakes in that class. Yeah. So there is one major mistake in this program, and that is this. You have written C as if it was a variable, because the statement you have written char A equals C. It would mean to the Java compiler that in A you are storing the value, in the variable A you are storing the value which was already stored in a variable C. So that's why it's saying that variable C was not even declared in the program. So when I was explaining char data type, I told you that while storing characters, you have to enclose them within single inverted quotes. Yeah. So now this program will run. C class compiled, no syntax error. So there was one major mistake in this program, and I hope the candidate who made it and all the other candidates are clear with it. Okay. It was the absence of the single inverted quotes, and you are requested to remember it for all future programs. That's why I used char today, because integer and double we did yesterday. I thought of introducing char into your programming. I'll just compile it and we'll see the result. Here's the result. You can see CC. So the class is compiled. It's correct. Now we move on to the other program, which was class fetch. And then we'll see what's the mistake or error there. So this was the program. Public static void main. We'll be using the keyword static. One of the same mistake is over here also. The Java machine is understanding GS as a variable because of the absence of single inverted quotes. So I'll be putting them here. C. The same thing I wanted. That's why I tried to run this program, because I said in the question that write a program to input a character. I did not say to input a group of characters or two characters. And that's why it's showing an error over here, because in char data type you store a single character only, whereas in this program in fetch the candidate has tried to store two characters in a single variable declared with the data type char. Char data type is used to specify that means the data type, the data stored will be a character, a single character, and that's why it's showing an error over. I hope it's clear. Now I'll just take one of the characters and yeah, the class got compiled. Hope it's clear to the candidate. Kindly inform me in the chat box. Okay. Whenever we store a character as a data type, we have to enclose it. Now I hope this whole program is clear to you all. Okay. So now it's time for our break. I request you all to rehydrate, go through this program and all the programs we did up till now, and then we'll continue. Okay. So welcome back. I hope you all got rehydrated and went through your notes. If you have any query, you may ask it just now. Okay. So then we'll be proceeding. So up till now, I had explained to you how to store our value in a variable. We did integer data type, we did floating point data types, we did character array. So now what we'll be doing, we'll be understanding how to input the values. Okay, means the user who will be running the program, it will be at his discretion to decide what value he or she may use. So I'll repeat up till now what we did. We understood how to store values in a program, and we did it with integer data types, we did it with floating point data types, we even did character data types just now. So now what we'll be doing, we'll be understanding how to input the values in a program. Up till now we did how to store the value, in which it was solely at your discretion to decide which which value to use in a program. Now it will be at the discretion of the user who will be running the program to decide the value to be stored in the program. We'll be learning how to input values in the program. Okay, are you with me? Okay. So now what we'll be doing, we'll be understanding how to input the values in a program. So I'll be sharing my screen. We'll take the same program which you all did yesterday, and we'll reconstruct that program in a manner in which it is solely at the discretion of the user to decide which value to use in the program. Okay, so we'll be using this program class function. We'll be directly doing a program in which we'll be prompting the user to input directly two values. Okay, so this was a program we did yesterday in which we used two variables, chips and fan, to store the value of 7 and 8. So today we are going to prompt the user to input the value. Now we'll do some basic changes to the program. We'll just remove these two lines, and you are seeing this bracket after public static void main. We'll be adding those two variables over here with their data types like int chips. We'll put a comma int fan. That's it. Now the user will be prompted to input the value. I'll just show you the output of this program. So now instead of storing our values, we are prompting the user to input the value. Now I'll be just running this program on Puji. So the class crunch. Okay. So I request one of the candidates. So tell me, where do I have to write off the variables?
The bracket in public static void main.
Okay. So I'll write one of the variables. I'll use int c maybe and int d. So we've got two variables where you used a comma between them. You can even input three variables over here. Now I had to print the two values. So system dot println c system dot out dot println b. Now here you did not have to store any value. You just declared the variables in the public static void main, the bracket of it, and now it will be at the discretion of the user to write any value in it. Now I'll be running the program, clicking on void main over here. In C, it's written INTC. So in INTC, I'll be inputting 14, and INTB, I'll be inputting 6. See, here's the output 14 and 6. So kindly inform me if up till here it's clear, because then we'll also be doing how to print a message, because that is all we had to do this week. See, this is the same program we did yesterday. The only difference is that in yesterday's program, we had stored the value, and over here we have just changed the place where we have declared the variable. So now it will be at the discretion of the user. The only difference is this. So now is it clear? Okay, so now we'll be learning how to print a message with the output. So for that, we'll be using one of our programs which we did yesterday. Okay, so here we have one variable, we have declared one variable, we have printed that variable directly. So if with the output, if I want to print that the entered number is whatever the number the user inputs, so how will I be doing that? Because whatever we need to print, we use it in the print statement system dot out or println. We write it over there. So I'll be writing over here the entered number is B. Now here are some rules which you will need to follow when you want to print a message. The first one being anything which you are going to print which is not of the variable, then you will be needing to write it or enclose it within double inverted quotes. So the entered number is, I enclose it within double inverted quotes, it turned green. And then after that, I have to use the addition symbol. This symbol is not being used to add anything here. So is it clear the statement which I wrote? I wanted to print a message with the output that the entered number is whatever the number is entered by the user. So the entered number is, I enclosed it within double inverted quotes. Then I used the addition sign for attachment of the variable with the message. And then I wrote the name of the variable B so that the value of B be printed in the output. So is this clear? Because printing of messages is also very much necessary in your programs. Kindly inform me in the chat. Okay. See, up till now, when we were running the program and getting the output, we used to get only values. Now, if I want, along with the value of the variable, I also print a message. So I'll be using a message like the entered number is. I want the program to give the output, the entered number is 16 or whatever the value stored in the variable. So I'll write the entered number is, because whatever we want to print. So I'll be writing the entered number is, I'll be enclosing it within double inverted quotes, and then I'll be using the addition sign just for attachment of the variable with the message, and then I'm writing the variable B, and the value of B will get printed along with the message. So now is it clear? Okay. So now we'll be running this program. So int B, I'm entering 5 as the value, and here we got the output. The entered number is 5, and you're also requested to side by side continue making your notes. And one more thing, for example, if I just want to print a message, then I can do it in the same way. I'll just remove the variable from here and it'll just only print the message. If I want to print it with the variable, I'll put the addition sign for attachment and I'll write the variable name and it will print the variable. Okay. If I want, I can only print the message. If I want, I can only print the variable, the value of the variable. If I want, I can print both. So is it clear? Okay. That's great. Yeah, you can print any sentence, you can print anything. The only thing is that it should be enclosed within the double inverted quotes. And up till now, we did only primitive data types. When we'll be doing non-primitive data type, that is string, then we'll be inputting the whole sentence into a string, a variable declared with the data type string. We'll be writing the variable in the print statement and the value of the variable, that is the whole sentence, will get printed. Okay, clear up till here? Today we did 2 topics, so that's why I'm not introducing string to you. We'll be doing string tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll be revising all of the concepts we did up till today. I'll be giving you at least around 5 questions. We already did string, I know, but we did not do string in any of our programs. That's the thing I'm emphasizing upon. Because character, when we did in a program, we came to know that we have to enclose it within single inverted quotes. Similarly, when we're doing string, we will come to know one or two more new things. Okay. So I hope up till here is clear. We did 2 important topics today. We understood how to input a value in a program. We mastered storing values in program. We understood how to input values in program, and we understood how to print a message in a program. So I hope up till here all is very much clear to you all. Tomorrow we'll be doing one more topic and then we'll be revising everything we did. Okay. And I'll also be giving you some questions tomorrow in the live class. And after the live class tomorrow, I'll be giving you a few assignment questions which we'll be completing by Sunday and sending it to me. And one more thing, I'm repeating what I've been seeing from the first day, that if you want to master Java and understand it very much thoroughly, it is required of you to be consistent and regularly practice the concepts taught. Okay. So here we did today, as you can see, yeah, we did 4 programs. Okay. So we'll keep it up till here. You may all leave now. I hope you understood everything. You enjoyed the session. You are requested to go through your notes to revise everything once again. And we'll be meeting tomorrow. Thank you.